to see that, then stick around. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually prime my face. I use the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I think it's just really luminous and beautiful. It comes in a bottle like this. And I like to be very generous with it because I like a very nice base, very sticky, so that all my makeup sticks right on. All right, now that I'm primed, I'm going in with my absolute favorite product that I've ever had. It is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I use the shade Warm Nude. It is much darker than my actual face, but I like the way it looks after everything is on, and I blend it out with my concealer, and I just think it's just a very, very nice match after everything's all said and done. So I just take a couple pumps of that onto the back of my hand. Go in with my damp beauty blender and just start applying that. So now I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Sand. This one is a lot lighter than my foundation because I feel like I need to bring it down to a little bit more of a lighter tone. The next thing I'm gonna go in and do are my brows. I don't usually do my brows on the regular, like daily life, Lauren, but I do like to do them on the weekend when I have time, like right now. I obviously don't need too much product, so I just go in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in soft brown, and I go in with the smallest amount. I just kind of go up on the fronts, bring that up along the eye, down along the edge, and I like to go up to the top and just kind of carve that out a little bit more, give it a more defined line up and then straight down in the natural lines that my eyebrows already have in the arch. But one of my very best friends, when I started finally doing my eyebrows, she is a brow master. She told me, even though you have a natural brow here, you want to try and pull that out farther down and taper it off to like a single place. So now I actually have like a tail of my brow here where everything just cohesively comes together. So, brows are done. Since I do have time today, I'm going to actually carve them out a little bit more with some of that Shape Tape Concealer. But instead of putting it on with this doe foot, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a concealing brush. It is from Morphe. It is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collab, JH41. And I'm just gonna take a little bit off the foot of this applicator, tiniest little bit, and come in. So the next thing I'm going to do is, I probably should have done this before, but I guess I'm gonna set my under eye area. I like to use the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. I got it in a smaller size because I was trying it out for the first time. Literally love it, kind of want to buy the bigger one. Next time I'm at Sephora or Ulta, that might end up in my cart. But it has been really gorgeous on the skin, sets my makeup beautifully. I set my nose big time here because that's where I have the biggest issue. And then a bit over here. And I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit. The next thing I like to do, I guess we'll go in with a bronzer. Okay, so I feel pretty good bronzed. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a very soft brush that I got by e.l.f. It's just a complexion brush. It's so soft, and it's just for like any kind of powders. I find it works a lot better with loose powders as opposed to pressed powders. But I'm just gonna go in and lightly like press this into my skin and dust it off at the same time. And then with the excess that's on the brush, I just kind of like go in places that don't have powder yet. Okay, so I'm going to actually contour my nose, but I'm not gonna go too deep into the contour. I'm just gonna take the brush that comes with the Hoola bronzer, dip into that slightly, and sculpt my nose. Just a little bit, giving it a shadow on the side. I don't find that I really need to contour my nose, but I do think it helps finish out my look, no matter what, for day or night. So just a bit there. Then I'm gonna go in with it's a brush by Sephora. It is called the Featherweight Powder Brush. It's huge. I literally don't ever put product on this. I just use this for buffing out what I place on my face, because sometimes I find like harsh lines and I don't want that. So I just lightly come dust over my contour without taking too much of the product off, just to kind of soften it a little bit. And I find that that works really, really well for me. So the next thing I'm going to do is go in with some blush. I have a lot of favorite blushes, but my favorite one is by Tarte. It is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blushing Bride 12-Hour Wear Blush. And I really like this one. I got it when I was getting married because, of course, Blushing Bride. That I took off all of the loose powder, the setting powder with, and just kind of dust over, blending everything together. Okay. So I feel like my face is done except for highlighter, which I like to do very last. So what I'm gonna do right now is actually start doing my eyes, and I've been wanting to try like a purpley look for a while. So I'm gonna go in with two different palettes today. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette, and then I'm also going to use the new Nude palette by Huda Beauty. And I think I'm gonna start off in the Huda Beauty palette. And I'm gonna go in just all over the eye with the shade Tease right here. I'm going to actually go in with the Morphe by Jaclyn Hill brush, JH32. It looks like this. I'm just gonna dip into the Tease color and bring that all over my eye. Definitely not one of those people that can do one eye completely and then go back and do the next eye separately, because I will forget what I did on the first eye and totally mess up the second eye. So we're gonna just go back and forth today. Whatever I do over here, I'm gonna do over here. So, okay, so I have the base Tickle with the Huda Beauty palette. The next thing I think I'm gonna go in with is a little bit of Love Bite, which is also in the Huda Beauty palette right here. It's a deeper purpley tone, and I'm just gonna lightly dip into that and deepen the corners a little bit, adding a little bit extra purple tone in there. Definitely more of like a pinky purple than super purple. We'll add more purples a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just gonna gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush JH30. It's a blending brush. I'm just gonna make sure that all of that is blended out nice and even. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is actually, I'm not gonna try and create too much of a cut crease. If it comes out cut crease, that's cool. But I'm going to just use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush JH41 again, the same brush I used to kind of outline my eyebrows. And I'm gonna come in and just add more concealer to the top portion of my eyes so I can really have a better base for the next color I wanna go in with, which is more of a metallic-y color. So I'm gonna need more of a pale base on it to get it to be really pigmented. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go back with that brush I was using before to put on the shade Tease and Love Bite. And I'm just gonna blend over some of this to make it a little bit less of a harsh line, but still have that wider base. And I'm actually going to go in with the Anastasia palette now, and I'm gonna go in with this beautiful purple color called Celestial. It's like super purple, super beautiful. And I'm gonna put it on with just my finger first and see how that comes out. Blend it in together with that blending brush again. And I'm living for that purple. It's beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm really liking that. Super pretty. And I'm gonna go in underneath the eye, just add a little bit of dimension with the Morphe by Jaclyn Hill JH40. Smaller brush with a pointier tip, and I'm actually going to come in with some of that Tease color from the Huda Beauty palette again and just kind of connect here with a deeper color. Okay, so obviously some product has a little bit of fallout, so if you just go back in with a brush that you used for your loose powder, there's probably still some of that on, and I don't press down and push, I just like very lightly wisp it all off of my face where I do not want that product. And the next thing I'm going to do is add liner. I think that looks very pretty. I have just started using this Milani Stay Put Matte 17-Hour Wear Liquid Liner. Looks like this in the shade 01 Black Matte. And now I think I want to go in with just the NYX Professional Makeup Retractable Eyeliner Crayon in white. Just like this. I'm going to come underneath the eyes just to brighten up a little bit on the waterline. amazing what that does. I'm going to also add a little bit of highlighter now. So I'm gonna go over my face and my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight with some of the Anastasia Glow Sugar Palette colors. And so I'm gonna start with the Morphe M510 brush just for my cheeks and around my face first. And I think I'm gonna use the shade Gumdrop today. It's up here. For the nose highlight, I like to go in with a smaller brush. It's the Morphe M506 brush. I'm gonna dip into that same Gumdrop shade and come down the very center of my nose. Not all the way. I like to start kind of up higher, kind of almost between my eyes, and just bring it down to almost the middle and stop. And then I just tap a little bit onto the tip part of my nose. I like that little effect on the nose. So, back to the eyes, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collab brush. This is the brow bone brush. It's the JH42. It's very small, so I can really get into the top there. I'm also going to highlight still with that Gumdrop shade. All along the brow bone. To really carve out those brows, it really laid down a good base for the brow bone highlight. I'm also going to use a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus on the Morphe by Jaclyn Hill JH39 brush for the inner corner highlight. Spray a little bit on that. Dip into the shade Gumdrop. Like a little bit of a pink tone added on to the purple. And the last thing I'm going to do is go in with some lashes, but I'm going to do that off camera because we all know that lashes can get quite messy. So I put a little bit of mascara on and some lashes. And now my last step is to do lips. So I think I'm just going to go with a subtle lip today. I'm going to use this Tarte lip paint in the shade Rain. Now, I like the way a matte lip looks, but I find that after like maybe a half an hour to an hour, my lips look like they're gonna peel off because they're so dry. And I don't really like that. So I just go ahead and right off the bat add a gloss. And this is my go-to gloss. It's the MAC Lip Gloss. I think all of their colors are beautiful, but my favorite is the shade Cultured. It's very light. It has a little bit of sparkle to it. I use it nearly every day with or without lipstick underneath. I just place it on to add a little bit of a glossier look. part doesn't really bother me too much. So I have my lip done, and now I think I'm just going to set everything. I did my hair before, so I'm just taking this little headband, fix this up a little bit. And I think I'm ready for the day. So hopefully you guys liked getting ready with me and doing a purple look for Saturday afternoon. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more of these videos. If you guys want to get to know me a little bit more, feel free to ask me any questions down in the comments. I haven't really done a get to know me video, so if you guys even want to do that, let me know in the comments, and maybe my next video will be letting you know a little bit more about the life of Lauren.